So I'm going to be making some changes to my YouTube content. I've been giving this a lot of thought recently, so much thought that I haven't actually showed up on YouTube in 2 weeks now. The last time I posted was just 2 weeks ago. And I wasn't feeling completely happy and authentic, and I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but I just wasn't feeling like I was showing my real self online. And I was kind of trying to kind of fit in and model what I see all these other people that I perceive to be further ahead than me on here. And I really don't want to fall into the trap of creating what I like to call this pedestal marketing, this pedestal influential culture that you see now. And I found so far, even though I've only posted like 26 videos, 27 videos on my YouTube, I'm only kind of showing the highlights, and I feel like I'm just talking at you, if that makes sense. And yes, I want to share education. Yes, I want to share my knowledge. Yes, I want to share my wisdom, but I also want to share my shortcomings, my failures, and just show the real me and the real side of being an entrepreneur, like all the sides of being an entrepreneur. So I'm going to switch things up to this being more of a vlog style channel now. So I don't really know where it's going to go or where it's going to head and what the main theme is going to be ultimately, but whatever it will be, right? And wherever it goes, it will go, and whatever it ends up becoming, it will become, right? And I don't really have much control over that at the moment. I mean, you guys watching this right now have control over that, right? And as you continue to watch these videos and as you continue to follow my vlog of my life of turning my business from 6 figures to 7 figures and getting myself into the best shape of my life physically, mentally and emotionally, I would love for you to continue to give me comments and continue to give me feedback on what you would like to see more of, because my biggest passions in life, and to give you a bit of a background around me, is that, you know, and before I go on to that, sorry, because I have this habit of segueing, and I think I'm going to either invest into a course or do a lot of research on how to vlog in an effective way that communicates my message with you, that allows you to connect with me, but also get value from it and insights and belief shifts and those light bulb moments that you need to create an inspired life. And this is what this vlog and this page and channel is going to be really about, is creating that life of freedom, creating that authentic life, creating that purpose fulfilled life that I didn't have a long time ago. And to give you my background, so, you know, I grew up from the age of 8 with a single parent. My parents divorced at the age of 8. My 9th birthday was about 3 months after their divorce. And the day after my 9th birthday, I used to love climbing trees. I climbed a tree, ironically, outside of a doctor's surgery, and I fell 40 foot from that tree. I'm the guy that fell out the ugly tree and hit all the branches on the way down and survived to tell the tale. Anyway, it resulted in me being in hospital for a long time, and I've been left with one kidney from the accident, and, you know, I nearly died. And that's kind of where my journey of not settling for mediocre, challenging the status quo, and knowing that I'm meant for more and I'm entitled for more, and I've been put on this planet, on this earth, this realm, this plane, whatever you want to call it, for more, for greatness, to have exactly what I want from life, and understand that I am the creator of it all. And I've gone from, you know, being in hospital to escaping death twice to spending pretty much 15 years of my life from the age of around about 13, 14 till I was like 29, losing my identity and not knowing who I was, and living my life through other people's values. And by living my life through other people's values, I got myself into 30 grand's worth of debt by trying to prove to others that I was wealthy when I was really skint, right? And I was just showing my wealth, but it was all on borrowed money, right? It was on credit cards, and everything was on tick and on finance. And because of me wanting to get validation from everyone, I actually got into fitness because of that, because I was told by doctors with my illnesses and injuries that I'd never be fit and healthy, so that made me determined to be strong and athletic and to inspire others, and it kind of helped me build this suit of armor around me to protect me from my own insecurities as a child, and also always chasing, you know, the love and approval of my father as well. And then because I didn't get that, it then led me to getting the approval and validation from everyone else around me. Therefore, I was living my life through other people's values. So I got heavily into drinking. I used to smoke. I never did any drugs, maybe, you know, a bit of weed occasionally as I got older, but nothing like that. But I ended up getting to the age of like 28 years old, which is just over 10 years ago. I'm 40 this year. And I was just like miserable. I was depressed. I was working as a teacher at the time. My background is personal training. I then taught the personal training qualifications to students all around London. And I was just feeling this unfulfilled life. I was very lost. I didn't know where I was going. I was just living my life for everyone else. And because of that, I developed over the years like a great depression. I had social anxiety. I had crippling insomnia. I was always worrying about what people thought of me and if I was good enough. So I developed a drinking problem from that. I was what we call a high functioning alcoholic. I was training clients in the gym and giving them advice on health and not to drink and smoke and do all these things. But as soon as I finished work in the evenings, I was drinking a bottle of wine and smoking a fag. At the weekends, I was getting absolutely obliterated. I mean, I was the person when the last bell rung in the bar or the pub, I was rushing to the bar to grab 2 pints under this arm, 2 Jack Daniels and Cokes, doing a shot. And then after the bar or the club finished, I wanted to keep partying through the night. And it's because I wanted to escape my own reality that I didn't actually enjoy and I wasn't feeling fulfilled. And I just wanted to keep the high going, keep the alcohol in my system to prolong the inevitable of waking up feeling like crap and feeling even worse, not just from the hangover, but because of my life that I created. You know, being in 30 grand's worth of debt, having a drinking problem. But everyone thought I was great. Everyone thought I was amazing because I put on this mask, I put on this persona, but I felt crap inside every single day. And then that led me starting this journey of becoming an entrepreneur, which was in 2015. And this all sparked with reading just one book. And I highly recommend you read this book. And Aleem, if you're watching, you know, one of my good friends, he handed me this book, and it was by Dr. John Demartini. It's called The Riches Within, which is your 7 hidden treasures. And it teaches you about all these hidden treasures you have. And every time you read a chapter, it's a bit like if you remember the old televisions, the big deep ones, everything was recorded and displayed in SD. And I remember, and you may remember this, the first time you watched a HD TV. And you might have been watching like a football game or something like that. And you could see the blades of grass. You could see the logos. You could see the sweat running down on the players. You was like, wow, I can see this. And then HD then went into 4K and into 8K. And I was just viewing life in SD. I was viewing life in this victim mentality of life's just happening to me. And I was blaming and complaining and pointing the finger and blaming everyone and everything else for my shortcomings. It was everyone else's fault that I didn't have the money that I desired. I didn't have the job I desired. I didn't have the relationships I desired. I didn't have the health I desired. And then I fell into this trap of telling myself like, I'll never be happy. I'll never be successful. I'll never find love. And then I started reading this book, and every chapter I read, it was like I was seeing it in HD and then in 4K and then life in 8K. And I started to see the beauty in everything and realize that everything's perfect and it's working out for me and life actually happens for me rather than happen to me. And I stopped doing this because when I point this finger, look, these 3 are pointing back at me. So I started to take ownership, and then I embarked on this journey of personal development. And this is what one of the main themes of this vlog is going to be, is growing you as an individual, is working on your character, your self-image, your identity. And over the last 10 years, I've been studying the 12 laws of the universe. I've been studying NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. And I've been studying just my own behavior and human behavior and how to develop the character and identity to upgrade yourself from the 1.0 version to the 2.0 version that is capable of achieving the dreams that you desire and capable of working with the matrix or bending reality to your actual desires. And you can actually do this. And I've done this because if you cast yourself 10 years into the future, I started this journey at about 38. I was 28, nearly 29. And I'm 39 now. I'm turned 40 this September. And I've managed to get rid of my addictions. I've managed to get a handle on alcohol. I've managed to create a purposeful and fulfilling life. And I've created a multiple 6-figure business and businesses with my lovely wife. And not only have we created that, but we've created a healthy relationship. She is my partner. She's my ride or die. She's my lover. She's my my rod, you know, my ride or die, as I said. And together we're now happily married. She's just walking in the background right now. We have a 6-month-old daughter, and we don't have total freedom, like we still have to work. We don't have total financial freedom. We're still striving for more. And this is what I was kind of trying to tell you about, is that I don't want you to put me on a pedestal. I want you to come on this journey with me. And not only have I created these businesses, but I've also managed to move me and my family. My dog is in the background. You can see the Cocker Spaniel just there. My daughter's inside now having a nap. And we've moved from the UK. I used to live in Essex, near London. And November last year, we decided to pack our whole life into 5 suitcases, the pram, a crate for the dog, and a next to me crib, and move ourselves to the island of Crete. And now we live, you can see here, in a beautiful villa with beautiful weather, with, you know, a lovely pool, and just we feel like we live in a different world. And if I was to go back 10 years ago, I would never have dreamt that even 1% of me could achieve this. And what I want to share with you on this vlog, and you're going to, if you want to follow this journey with me, and if you want to see more of the mindset and character, or more of the business development stuff, or more of the health, mentally, physically, and emotionally, then just comment below and I'll feed you that content in the vlog. Because I want to give you guys what you want, and I want you to really be able to take what I'm teaching you and put it into practice and change your life. So I'm going to be sharing everything from me starting from zero, working in person as a personal trainer, to how I started my first online education business. Also, not just how I did it with the systems and the technical stuff and the funnels and all of that crap. Also, the mindset that it takes, because I'm a firm believer that we should never chase our outcomes when it comes to money. We shouldn't chase the money. We shouldn't chase the business. We shouldn't even chase the freedom, to be honest with you. We should chase the character and identity that we need to create in order to have it. And it's all about creating the future you. And that's what I started doing, was creating the future me. I got a notebook, and I started to write what I call my true self doctrine, which was me 5 years from now. And it was down to the T of like what my hair looks like, my body, my day, my perfect day, from like every 30 minutes to the car I drive, the clothes I wear, my posture, the impact, my savings. And I remember just under 5 years ago when we went to my parents, and my mum was saying, look, I need to clear some of your stuff out of here, because I used to live with my parents. And she said, like, you know, have a little look through this bag. And my wife was looking for the bag, and she found the black book. And she was reading it without me knowing, while I was having a conversation with my mum. And she said, I've just read this book. When did you write this? And I said, oh, I wrote this back in 2015. And she was reading that in 2019, I think it was. Yeah, when we met. And she was like, you've achieved like 80% of what you've wrote in here already. And I was like, yeah, this is the power of intention. This is the power of manifesting. This is the power of putting focus and attention on your intentions, and changing where you place your focus, and changing where you place your energy on a daily basis. And I've managed to achieve it. And I said, and I know I'm capable of more, and would you like to come on this journey with me? And here we are today. And I want you to come on this journey with me. I want to tell you everything I've done for my health, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I want to explain to you everything I've done to create a 6-figure business, and everything I'm doing right now to get to the next level for us, which is a 7-figure business. And I don't want to create 7 figures a year profit for any clout, any kudos, or for anyone to, you know, put on a parade for me. It's for our future. As I said before, I'm turning 40 this year, and I have a goal in 10 years' time to be completely financially free, to have enough investments that we can live off of the, you know, the interest from them, or wherever we decide to put our money, to have a fund set up for our daughter for when she turns 21, she can do what she wants with it. And to live a life of total freedom, meaning that I can just experience life more. You know, since moving from the UK to Crete, it's taught me to slow down. It's taught me to prioritize things. And over the years, I've built my businesses by default, but now I'm building it by design. And I want you to come on that journey with me. And as I said before, like, this channel may just progress and turn just in all to me vlogging my business, or it may be all me vlogging like the mindset, the character, the identity, teaching you the laws of the universe and how I've made them work for me to not just get rid of my addictions, but clear 30K's worth of debt, create multiple 6-figure businesses over the years, and move my family to the Mediterranean. The last one on the list is that where you're going to be following my journey, and hopefully you can see the physical changes, is that I want to get back into the best shape of my life, because I've always managed to balance, maintain, and grow 2 or 3 things at a time, but not 3 to 4. And I've always said to my clients, I've said to my friends, my family, my peers, people I bump into, that you can have it all. And 99% of the time when I've said you can have it all, I've just actually been full of shit. Because there's been times where my relationship is on fire, meaning that I'm having a great relationship with my wife and we're doing things together and everything's great. And then my business is growing and we're adding more income, but then my health is suffering. And I'm allowing myself to buy into those stories that because of my business, because of this, because of time, because of X, Y, Z, that I'm not able to consistently stick to my nutrition, hit my workouts daily and be mindful of what I eat and get into the best shape. Because your stories are either empowering you or disempowering you, right? It's just a story at the end of the day. It's just your perceived truth. And your perceived truth isn't the truth. And there is always a way to find it, because one quote I read many years ago that I've said a million times is from Henry Ford, which is, whether you think you can do something or you can't, you are always 100% right. And I'm a firm believer of that. And I remember when I was 29 years old at the start of this journey, I was quite scared about turning 30. I thought I was going to be over the hill and very old and everything else. And that was me done. You know, I didn't have a relationship at the time. I wasn't that happy. I was drinking. But I did say to myself, I'm going to have visible abs on my 30th birthday. And I let myself down. I broke those promises to myself. So I'm making a promise to myself now, and I'm making a promise to you, that on my 40th birthday, 20th, I wish, on my 40th birthday, which is the 27th of September, I will be doing a video with my shirt off. And there may be other ones with my shirt off just because the weather's so nice. And you will be able to see my abs visibly. It may not be ripped as shit, but you'll be able to see it. Because since my wife got pregnant, and once again, I've just let my stories get the better of me and I've just justified it, I've got into pretty bad shape, to be honest, like physically and aesthetically. You know, I'm sitting at around about maybe 18 to 20% body fat. And I kind of fell out of the groove and love with working out, but it's just because of habit. That's all it is. But as of the last week, I've not missed my step count. I've not missed my workouts, and I've been pretty much 90% on point with my nutrition. And I'm not going to be telling you this perfect lifestyle of like, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. every day and you can't eat any carbs and you must not drink alcohol and you never skip a workout and you need to quit playing video games, right? Or quit alcohol. Like, you can do all of those things if you're still being successful, but if you are doing those things excessively, and this is what I firmly believe, and then they are creating a lag indicator, meaning they are affecting negatively an area of your life, either your health, your wealth, yourself, or your relationships, then there needs to be something done about it. And I'm a firm believer that building your body, fueling yourself with the right foods, creating energy through movement and managing and protecting it through meditation and mindfulness is the core foundation to growing a successful business. Sorry, just checking the time. I've got a client call in 8 minutes, so I'll have to wrap things up. Is the foundation for success. And then you start building your systems. Then you start building the business. Then you start building the kind of route to market and everything else. But then you need to back it up by then looking internally at your belief systems. What you truly believe to be true or not true. And is that what you believe to be true or not true serving you? Is it moving the needle? Is it inspiring you? Is it moving you one step closer to your compelling and inspiring future? So I'm going to help you on this journey with your mindset, with your character, with your self-image, but also with your health physically, mentally and emotionally, and also giving you the tools that you need to grow an online business, whether you want to be making 6 figures or 7 figures a year. So currently, last year, just to give you a bit of insight, so this is my checkpoint on my first ever vlog, is that we made just over 185,000 last year in our business with about 86% profit. So my goal in the next 6 months is we're averaging around about 12 to 15K a month profit inside the business, is to double that in the next 6 months. So you're going to follow my journey on how I've gone from there to there, and then you're going to follow my journey on how I get to 7 figures a year, but not just 7 figures a year, but also having a powerful, aesthetically pleasing body, internal health, so working on my gut health, and also working on my mindset so I can keep shaping and shifting my character and my identity. Because I was the 1.0 version of myself, you can currently see the 2.0, but we're looking forward to 3.0 Russell, okay? So thank you so much for watching this vlog. Whatever you want to see more of, if you want to see more of my content to do with mindset and character, or whether you like it more about health or more about business, then let me know below. And please like and subscribe so that you can support the channel, and I will see you on the next video. Here's to the 2.0 version of you and upgrading to the 3.0 as well.